How did Ariana Grande convince the world that she was a Latina when in fact she's as white as one can be? Ariana Grande's public journey has sparked discussions about her evolving identity, particularly regarding her appearance, cultural influences, and artistic persona. Over the years, she has faced scrutiny for changes in her skin tone, hairstyles, and even accents. Some have interpreted these changes as attempts to align with different cultural aesthetics for personal gain. These shifts have led to accusations of cultural appropriation, including blackfishing and Asian fishing, where critics argue that her evolving look sometimes blurs cultural boundaries. But why does she do this? Is it merely an artistic choice, or is there something deeper and darker that most people overlook? It is no secret that her journey as a child actor had significant impact on her self-image and confidence. Starting her career at a young age, she performed in local theater productions before gaining fame on Nickelodeon's Victorious and Salmon Cat. These opportunities came with challenges, which she has openly reflected on in the recent years. She has described how the industry can feel alien and how acting, stepping into a character, can be both a gift and a challenge. Her role as Cat Valentine, for instance, demanded her signature bright red hair, which caused significant damage. This led to her constantly wearing her hair up with extensions to disguise the resulting thinning. From a young age, she was taught to cater to the demands of the industry. It's no surprise that once she parted ways with Nickelodeon, her style and look took an R&B and hip-hop turn. She was heavily inspired by black culture and even adopted an accent noticeably different from what audiences were used to. She embraced her trademark high ponytail, which became a defining feature of her style. Her wardrobe evolved to include oversized sweatshirts paired with thigh-high boots. As her music career progressed, she experimented with edgier and more glamorous looks, such as latex-inspired outfits during her Dangerous Woman era. Around 2015, to be fair, not only Ariana but many celebrities were heavily influenced by hip-hop culture. It's safe to say that she adopted a look that would be popular with audiences at the time. She made mainstream pop music with an R&B inspired sound, so the shift wasn't too jarring. By around 2020, we start to notice her moving away from her previous Seven Rings aesthetic. The once sassy, fierce, and sexy Ariana began to embrace a more toned down and experimental look. We saw her sporting matching sets, retro hairstyles, and cuter coquettish outfits. During this period, she released the album Positions, which showcased a more mature and romantic vibe. Her fashion choices leaned heavily into vintage-inspired looks, drawing from 60s glamour with floral tones, big hair, and elegant silhouettes. Her iconic ponytail remained a staple, but she began experimenting with softer waves and honey brown hues, giving her a more natural look. Another feature is obviously her tan that looks more toned down compared to her Dangerous Woman era. It was during her appearance as a judge on The Voice that many people began noticing Ariana Grande's new look. Her face appeared more delicate and defined, with upturned eyes and skin several shades lighter. It was evident that she had undergone additional cosmetic work, which is fairly standard for an A-lister. However, pictures like these sparked significant backlash with the accusations of Asian fishing. It wasn't just her appearance that changed, her manner of speaking was noticeably different too. In interviews, she adopted an extremely soft-spoken tone, though there were moments when her natural voice would slip through. This left many confused. How could someone not only alter their entire look but also their accent and public persona? But that's the power of marketing. At the time, K-pop was booming in popularity, not just in the West but globally. Ariana's team likely saw this as an opportunity for a rebrand, crafting a look that would resonate with Gen Z. With the return of the skinny aesthetic, Ariana appeared at her lowest weight yet. A pattern begins to emerge. Ariana seems to adopt her style, look, and image, and even mannerisms to align with what she or her team perceives as current and desirable, what the industry and audiences demand and love. The pressure for celebrities to change their looks to meet fan expectations or industry standards underscores the intense scrutiny and high stakes of fame. In the entertainment world, appearance often becomes a commodity, with stars walking a fine line between personal authenticity and public expectation. Changing their looks can help celebrities stay relevant in a fast evolving industry, whether it's adapting to trends, embodying a new artistic era, or meeting the aesthetic ideals of a specific market. These transformations can keep them in the spotlight. Drastic hair or fashion changes often accompany new projects to create buzz and align with their themes. We've seen similar patterns with stars like Taylor Swift, who constantly reinvents herself. However, this constant reinvention can take a toll on mental health. Adjusting to external demands might compromise a celebrity's sense of self and feed into insecurities. Fans and media often criticize them for being inauthentic or succumbing to pressure, creating a lose lose situation. There's also the risk of reinforcing unrealistic beauty standards, which can negatively impact fans' self esteem. But is this the sole reason behind Ariana's perceived identity crisis? There seems to be more to the story. Shortly after, Ariana appeared even thinner, sparking concern among fans, while others made rude comments. She addressed the speculation, stating that she felt happy and healthy for the first time in years, and that she didn't appreciate people commenting on her appearance, whether positive or negative. While some believed she was in denial, others encouraged spreading kindness and refraining from judging anyone based on their weight. Let's be real, Ariana likely enjoys the compliments and praise. Some celebrities struggle to accept that being a public figure subjects them to scrutiny. Since we don't truly know the real Ariana, our comments and criticisms are directed at the persona we see on screen, not the person herself. She becomes a vessel, an example for deeper societal issues we can discuss and analyze. Ariana was starring in the movie Wicked, and her co-star Cynthia Erivo also appeared to have lost quite a bit of weight. This fuels speculation and conspiracy theories about possible pressures they faced on set. The pale blonde hair and bleached eyebrows Ariana sported for her role as Glinda often made her look unwell without studio lighting and color grading. While this could be seen as a method dressing to promote the film, it raises questions when viewed in the context of Hollywood's history. Looking back at Judy Garland's story, the parallels are striking. The actress who starred as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz during the 1930s faced notorious studio-enforced unhealthy habits. They put her on a strict diet, used corsets to maintain a slim silhouette, and encouraged her to take pep pills, which contributed to her ill health, allegedly. The production schedules were grueling. Actors were given pills to stay awake for extended hours. Then they were given sedatives to sleep briefly before being woken up and given more stimulants to continue working, sometimes for 72 hours straight. Judy Garland became a walking advertisement for pills, a tragic symbol of the industry's exploitation. So is history repeating itself? Did Ariana and Cynthia lose weight due to studio demands, or was it a personal choice? Or perhaps just a coincidence? Looking back at Ariana Grande's Nickelodeon days, she began her career as an actress and has always been aware of the rigorous demands required to land and perform roles. Having been in this environment since childhood, she may not fully recognize the detrimental effects on her individuality and health. Old habits and behavior patterns are hard to break, especially when the world around you continues to encourage them. How far can an entertainer's desire to be wanted and accepted truly go? Blonde, frail, and often with a perpetually worried expression, the new Ariana is almost unrecognizable. There's also the way she often appears close to tears during interviews. Both Ariana and Cynthia have become emotional in nearly every Wicked interview, leading fans to speculate that something serious might be happening behind the scenes. Their close friendship and mutual emotional support suggest the possibility of a trauma bond. Furthermore, Ariana likely carries unresolved trauma that may contribute to mental health struggles, fueling her identity crisis as she attempts to find herself while meeting the world's expectations constantly. It appears as though she is trying to escape her past self by creating a new identity. This might explain her transition away from music and her debut in acting. Despite being an incredibly successful and sensational pop star, she now seems to downplay it, expressing a deeper affection for acting and theater. Considering her negative experiences as a child actor, the devastating loss of Mac Miller, and the traumatic Manchester incident, it's not surprising she might feel unsettled and seek an escape or fresh start. This could also explain her challenges in maintaining relationships, often choosing unsuitable partners and moving on as if nothing happened. Ariana has compared being a pop star to playing a character, sharing in interviews how fame's pressures and the need to project a certain image often feels disconnected from her true self. This ongoing tension between public expectations and personal authenticity is likely at the heart of what many perceive as her identity crisis. Her transformations might also reflect the entertainment industry's demand for constant reinvention, an expectation placed on artists to remain relevant and connected with their audience. Despite these pressures, Ariana uses her platform to speak about the struggles of fame and encourage kindness. Navigating individuality amidst the external pressures of celebrity culture is an intricate balancing act. Even though we aren't nearly facing the same situation as Ariana, all of us at some point have compromised our individuality to please others. Which parts of Ariana's journey resonate most with you? If you found this video helpful and entertaining, please like, comment, and subscribe.